Hello and welcome back to Crypto Lion. In this video, we'll discuss two big predictions for the two top cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Ethereum. There are some projections that Bitcoin is going to 350,000, but how is that even possible? Ethereum likewise has predictions of $12,500. How is this going to happen and how soon? We'll discuss everything about it in this video, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of informative and educative videos about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. You can browse through the channel and watch many of these videos. You can also turn on post notifications so that you get notified every time we have a new video up. Alright, so what do you think? Is Bitcoin going to 350,000 and Ethereum to $12,500? We may consider some recent history and some other factors like analysis to see this possibility. According to Forbes.com, Bitcoin bulls are currently out in force, and they're talking up the cryptocurrency amid unprecedented central bank stimulus and quantitative easing. Sometime in 2019, crypto pioneer Adam Back predicted Bitcoin will soar to 300,000 within the next 5 years, even without Wall Street's highly anticipated institutional support. He said that Bitcoin might not require additional institutional adoption to reach 300,000 because the current environment is causing more individuals to think about hedging and retaining value when there's a lot of money printing in the world. He explained this to a correspondent on Bloomberg. Bitcoin got a big boost last year when legendary macro investor Paul Tudor Jones revealed he's buying Bitcoin as a hedge against the inflation he sees coming as a result of never-before-seen levels of central bank money printing. He said that money printing is causing people to think about the value of money and looking for ways to preserve money. Back, a cryptographer who invented a system of verification used by Bitcoin called Hashcash, was again forced to deny he's Bitcoin's mysterious creator Satoshi Nakamoto after fresh claims last month. Back said hyper-Bitcoinization and modern monetary theory rationale for high inflation could, in theory, mean Bitcoin is one day worth $10 million. He tweeted that $100,000 Bitcoin doesn't seem so far, given that we've already crossed $10,000 a few times, when few expected even $1,000 some years back, and $10,000 seemed crazy. It's also interesting that some institutional adoptions are happening. JP Morgan, once described as Bitcoin's biggest enemy, has added its first crypto exchange customers, and its chief executive Jamie Dimon reportedly hosted secret meetings with the boss of major Bitcoin and crypto exchange Coinbase. The stimulus measures put in place by the US, as well as the Feds moving to backstop financial markets, have meant stocks and shares resumed their march higher after a historic crash in March last year. Bitcoin has been put further into contrast with fiat currency by a supply squeeze in a process called halving, which saw the number of Bitcoin rewarded to miners who maintained the Bitcoin cut by half, dropping from 12.5 Bitcoin to 6.25. Also, a report from last year on Forbes.com shows a prediction which later became reality, when a bullish Bloomberg analyst said that Bitcoin could double to 20,000 before the end of the year, returning to its 2017 all-time high. It was said that the central bank stimulus measures and fresh quantitative easing is helping independent stores of value such as gold and Bitcoin, with the Bitcoin price possibly climbing to as high as 28,000 in 2020. They also pointed to Bitcoin's strong rebound from its March coronavirus-induced crash to under 4,000, and the coronavirus pandemic accelerating the trend away from physical cash and towards digital money. According to Coindesk.com, a senior analyst at US-based financial giant Citibank has penned a report drawing on similarities between the 1970s gold market and Bitcoin. Thomas Fitzpatrick, global head of the company's CityFX Technicals Market Insight product, in his report solely intended for the bank's institutional clients, said that the whole of Bitcoin's existence has been characterized by major swings, exactly the kind of thing that sustains a long-term trend. The report was first leaked to the cryptocurrency community by Twitter user Classic Macro, noting Fitzpatrick is a big fan of moon targets. Fitzpatrick pointed to Bitcoin's weekly chart and used technical analysis of prior highs and lows to determine a target of $318,000 by December 2021. The Citibank executive drew on Bitcoin's 2010 to 2011 exponential move as being very reminiscent of the 1970s gold market. Gold had experienced 50 years of a constricted $20 to $35 price range before a breakout occurred, after a change in fiscal policy by the Nixon administration in 1971. A decoupling of gold from fiat currencies, the COVID-19 pandemic, and the desire for central banks to pursue aggressive quantitative easing policies could lead to future explosive price growth in Bitcoin, according to Fitzpatrick. An article on Medium by Rect Capital explained halving and its effect. So how could Bitcoin's third halving affect Bitcoin's price? They explained that people tend to use historical market data to deduce trends and extrapolate that data into potential future trends. They also noted that though historical price action can be useful in predicting future trends, no future price action will ever emulate historical data completely. Based on Bitcoin's historical tendencies prior to and after its halvings, one can only speculate on how Bitcoin's price could potentially behave as a result of its upcoming third halving. Having said that, let's take the most important tendencies and examine them through the lens of historical price data in regards to Bitcoin's future price behavior leading up to the third halving. Bitcoin has rallied 12,000 to 13,300% in each of its halvings to date. The first Bitcoin halving spurred 13,378% growth in Bitcoin's price, whereas the second Bitcoin halving spurred a 12,160% rally. A 12,160% rally from Bitcoin's mid-December 2018 bear market bottom of $3,150 would result in a whopping 385,000 Bitcoin price. By the same token, a 13,378% rally would lead to a 425,000 Bitcoin price. A 385,000 Bitcoin price is very interesting because that would mean that Bitcoin's market cap will have eclipsed the current market cap of gold, which is estimated at around $7.8 trillion. This occurrence would truly cement Bitcoin's status as a digital gold. According to Blockonomy.com, researchers at major crypto exchange platform Kraken say the Bitcoin price could reach 350,000 by 2045. This prediction is based on the expected wealth transfer that will happen over the next 2 decades, giving millennials substantial capital to invest in the top-ranked cryptocurrency. Kraken's price prediction comes amid the downward difficulty adjustment for the network, with hash rate dropping by more than 45% from the high set earlier in the year. Panic over the COVID-19 pandemic had erased all of the upward price action gains, with Bitcoin currently struggling to maintain a sustained push over $7,000. In a report published by Kraken Intelligence, the crypto exchange's research division, the incoming $70 trillion wealth transfer from baby boomers to millennials in the next 2 decades could see the Bitcoin price reaching 350,000. The 2045 price target is based on a 5% investment allocation and a 2% inheritance tax levy, which could see close to $1 trillion flowing into the Bitcoin market. According to the research report, close to 70% of the $70 trillion wealth transfer is expected to happen within the next decade, thus signaling the possibility of healthy Bitcoin price between now and 2030. Even at a 1% allocation of the incoming wealth transfer into Bitcoin, the crypto market could receive close to $200 billion in fresh investments. Kraken's research unit isn't the first to predict a massive Bitcoin price growth in the coming decades due to general wealth transfer. Back in 2019, Grayscale CEO Barry Silbert declared that the portion of the $70 trillion held in gold will be transferred by millennial heirs into Bitcoin. According to Silbert, the changing investment demographic will be net positive for Bitcoin, given that millennials on the average hold a positive disposition towards the emerging digital economy. A belief also shared by the Kraken research team and backed by numerous studies. Now, in the case of Ethereum, bitdegree.org reported that Bob Ullery predicts that Ethereum will be worth over $11,000 in 2021. They noted that although there's no fixed supply, Ullery uses a total coin circulation of 100 million as this is what Vitalik Buterin has suggested will happen. So, considering all of the above, this particular Ethereum price prediction to 2021 believes that Ethereum will be worth more than 11,000, and this is very close to the 12,500 projection. This would give Ethereum a total market capitalization of over $1 trillion. So, is this possible? For Ullery's Ethereum price prediction in 2021 to come true, it would need to increase its all-time high of just over $1,300 by 775%. This actually isn't an unrealistic prediction when you consider that Ethereum increased its price by 10,000% in 2017. But what do you think? Well, let's look at some Bitcoin and Ethereum charts. Here's the Bitcoin to USD chart. The major Bitcoin bull runs are shown on this chart and the degree of climb. The first noticeable bull run was 61 degrees and happened within 823 days. And the next one lasted for 1,096 days, making a 45-degree climb, and that's about 33% days more than the first. The third run, which is a prediction, is expected to climb just 30 degrees, and this will see Bitcoin price at 350,000 within 1,461 days, which is also 33% more days than the previous duration. So this is expected to be sometime around 2024 according to the charts. In this chart, we have the Ethereum USD pair. You can observe as the price moves in an ascending channel, which is drawn using 2 dotted yellow lines. From the analysis, Ethereum's price is expected to break out of the channel and take a run from the bottom of the channel to about 2,000 or above 2,000. And this is expected to happen in some days now, meaning we can hope to see a 12,500 valuation very soon or possibly before the end of the year. As always, we advise people to do their own independent research before trading or investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any other cryptocurrency. You have to be careful not to invest funds that are critical to your survival, as the crypto market can be very volatile. Thank you for joining us in this video. We hope you got something useful. Kindly like this video and hit the subscribe button, and let us know what you think in the comments below. Good luck and happy investing.